I'm a dude, and I'm backing my ass up.
That's like the whitest dancing ever.
That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Worthy of Birdemic.
Well, alright, let's drink
to
first.
Burn
After
after watching.
it's time for burn after watching.
We should honestly
Burn.
just chug this whole thing,
Burn
get
after
another
watching.
thing, and then we can talk about this.
Maybe it'll make sense if we
This,
just talk
and
about
I'm gonna say it like this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the most festive things we got at the Capitalistic Renfest was from Helderberg Meadworks.
Also the cup.
In a Hocus Pocus class.
Yeah. And this is called Feral.
This was your
That's
favorite.
very good.
This was
Yeah,
your favorite.
this was my favorite. I like this one.
Now,
and then there's a sweet Feral, but I kind of like.
I had this years ago, and it was not great. But this was when it was first, like they first started distilling it. It was like a little
This
too.
hipster over here. He's like,
No, because I didn't like it, and so when you got it, I was like, oh, but then I was talking to Sean about it, and he's like, yeah, actually, Feral's a lot better than it used to be because they've like refined.
So aren't you glad it shows it?
they took your hints you gave them when you didn't like it that first
exactly.
time. I went,
Gross. Yeah. Yeah, that's
There's just a lot of character to it.
It's like I used to drink apple juice all the time as a kid. And it's like grown up apple juice.
It reminds me of hot dogs.
He's used to drink a lot of applesauce and meat. Or
You used to drink a lot of hot
applesauce.
dog juice.
Drink all the applesauce.
No, you know the hot dogs, the
Rock
juice that's
juice.
in the hot dogs. He drank the juice out of the bag.
With apple juice?
Wasn't
Like
that
mixed together?
Yeah.
There's probably a drink somewhere. Like a pickleback.
I'm
or
sure in
something.
Germany there's
Hot
like
dog
drinks
back.
that
Not a
have
pickleback.
sausage in them.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
This definitely has the character of that one, but the end is a lot smoother than.
So, were we finally doing our meat tasting podcast, or is this burn after watching it?
Okay, so I got to pick it,
Honey, I brought the meat.
and these gentlemen didn't know the depths of my terrible movie experiences.
Now, when we said terrible movies when we started this, it was like, oh, I've watched this movie.
Like
Like
cheesy
Baywatch.
movies.
Like
Yeah,
Baywatch.
like just, goofy.
Look, it's so fun. And this,
And then-
the Rock's doing a funny thing, and there's a guy with a boner.
And-
oh boy!
And I went, whoa.
This movie, I'm still not sure if it is a parody. Like it was so.
I'm still not sure if this is an actual movie. Like it felt like just a bunch of filmed scenes of walking. Not even like
All right,
the same
so
characters.
basically this movie was the brainchild of this
Brainchild,
guy.
yes, and we'll put that in
The full title
James
is
James Wen.
The full title is Birdemic:
Shock and Terror.
And Terror.
Shock and Terror.
There's also, by the way, a Birdemic 2.
Resurrection.
There's another movie after this.
And there are all new characters, but also the old characters all reprise their roles.
Well, except for the ones that died.
Well,
Except the ones who are
Even
dead.
the army guy that wasn't wearing army clothes.
Well, and also the random couple they brought in to do, and I'm like, they're just gonna kill them, and they did. Let's talk about what. Does anyone know what the plot synopsis of this movie is? It's honestly.
It's basically this young, like, successful guy meets this young, beautiful girl. They went to high school together.
He makes $1 million sale, guys.
Yeah.
$1 million software sale.
All right, hold on.
She's also gonna be a cover
Let's get
model,
through
so-
the plot because there's so much to say. Yeah, no, and she gets CoverGirl, but maybe it's also
No,
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's
Yeah,
Secret
right.
Cover Girl. It's a cover girl of a Victoria's Secret.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it is.
So, but they meet and everything's going well and they're falling in love and they're so happy and then, and they find out that their best
Are they
friends.
falling in love,
They
though?
find out that their best friends.
We'll get there.
Are together. They're like, oh, your best friend is dating my best friend.
and
We
it's like-
didn't even know it.
By the way, his best friend is a douche.
Yeah.
Also, for the record, I probably should not have watched this at like 2 in the morning. And sound
You
was
were
really
really
terrible
scared?
thing. No, I was
Oh.
just like, what? I should have rewind a couple times and be like, what the fuck? Wait,
No, we did this at 6 o'clock in the afternoon when we watched this. It was the same thing. Like, just like.
I'm
So
just way too
basically,
tired
the
to
birds
even
start
process it.
attacking after they've consummated their relationship.
After 40 minutes of
Yeah.
this movie,
Yeah,
they start
yeah.
attacking.
They
A
actually
93-minute
start
movie.
Yeah.
And 43 minutes. We don't
And
even
then
introduce the birds.
They
They're
meet
not even
some,
a MacGuffin.
They meet some ex-marine. No, but they do talk about like global warming
Yes, like other
and
things
weird
besides
stuff
the birds,
happening
yeah,
and
like,
like bad things
But
are
not
happening.
related to the birds, so
Yeah.
it's like, and there's a tsunami in Japan, like, oh, and it washed a
And
bunch of birds?
electric cars are so much better
Yeah,
for
like,
the environment.
what?
Also, that news station was the best news station ever.
I would like watch that news station every day.
It looked like a Russian news station that had an English anchor at it.
This movie looked like it was made by Russians in Russia.
This might be like the
just
first Russian troll thing that was ever made. Like this, just this.
Like if this movie got Donald Trump elected, I would not be surprised.
So they're running away from the birds. They meet this ex-Marine that's never really established, except he's got a buttload of guns in this van.
They don't run out of ammo. They have
That's
unlimited
Ramsey.
ammo.
That's Ramsey.
They have unlimited ammo. Unlimited ammo. Like there's not even they ran out.
All the men have our names, so that was Ramsey.
Yeah. And then they meet some guy
Better
who's
than
studying
Rod.
the birds, and then they meet some guy who's a tree hugger who's like, I live in the woods.
That guy molests children though. Like he definitely molests children.
He was like,
We'll get to that though. Okay, I feel like I'm burning through these points too quickly.
oh my
So
God.
okay, so let's just start with the beginning of this movie.
Okay.
Like like the tone is set immediately on how shitty this movie is, and I like that. I was happy like it didn't like get shittier like through. It was just like they're like,
it was
hi,
like,
I'm an actor. It looked
But
like
you're not even talking about the intro.
It
Like
looked-
the longest intro of all
Oh,
time.
that's 20-mile-per-hour Mustang drive.
I felt like they put too many people in the beginning credits too. Is
Yeah.
that a thing? Like
it is. It
Oh,
is.
Yeah,
they
it's
were
like-
no.
It
So
is a
those
thing.
were none. Like only 50% of them were people who actually worked on the movie. They added fake names to make it seem like they had a legitimate crew working on this
Yeah,
movie.
but literally, like the stars of the movie
including
are
the
whole.
person that did the music, because no one did that fucking music.
Oh no, the music is courtesy of Microsoft Experience. Like,
It is. It's an actual program. Okay, so
What
oh
is
yeah,
that?
yeah. So the Mustang that he drives at literally what?
like 20 miles per hour, like
Yeah.
20 miles per hour.
We were like, I bet that's his dad's Mustang that he borrowed for the movie, and they were like, don't hurt it.
Don't put a
You
scratch
better
in
don't
it.
get a bird in this.
Yeah.
Don't you not shoot at it. This does not get messed up. I need it back. It's Uncle Louis.
Like he drove it like he was taking his driving exam. Like
Yeah.
it's like slow.
No,
He put his blinker on like
This
3
movie-
times.
like,
Turned.
the premise of this movie was, what if we made one of those training videos for retail?
Yes, he said
An
the
hour and a
same
half
thing
long.
while we were watching it.
Hey, I just made $1 million sale. Woohoo! Now I'm gonna get a commission and buy that house I've always wanted. You can do this too.
Yeah.
If you do the shrink
Yeah.
way. Like
What was his job?
he was a software seller. He sold software.
Then he started his own software company,
Yeah.
but it also had to do with solar
I
panels.
paid attention to this
Yeah.
movie.
Okay, in a certain amount
I
of
told him
time
in the
though,
morning.
he went from software selling to having his own company.
Oh, it was like a week of
Undisclosed amount of
time.
time.
It was like,
Well,
yeah.
That $1 million sale. That $1 million sale.
Like he
That
immediately
makes
got the
everything
money.
possible.
The guy must have handed him a briefcase full of money.
You
and
get
immediately
a 100%
invested.
commission, sir.
Yeah.
What?
Well, no, remember, he made the sale, then
And
his
stock
company
options.
gets bought out.
Yeah,
And the stock options.
Yeah, and he gets
They
the
say
stock
that,
options.
They say the word stock options conservatively like 7 times.
In like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that boss also one of the best actors in the movie. The guy
Oh
who played
yeah,
the boss.
he was like the best one.
He was
okay, so we can't jump ahead. Obviously, right from the beginning, it's clearly
Okay,
influenced
but
by
what were the
birds.
main characters' names?
Rick.
No, that's
Nope.
the friend.
Yeah.
Rod,
Rod.
That's right.
And the
Rod.
girl?
Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah.
I actually like the good name Natalie. But Rod,
Like-
like, come on, Rod.
Everybody had our names though. That was it.
Rod.
Yeah. Okay, so
You knew what he was
Natalie's
packing.
also just your stereotypical like dumb blonde. She's just like, I'm really pretty and nice, and I'm a model, and it's hard work, but I like it so much.
But like you've acted so much better than her already, just
Yeah.
like doing that
it's tough
impression
to
of
act
her.
that bad.
No, I love when he's like, were we in school together? She's like, were we? Like there was no like
Well, and like you could tell that whoever wrote the scene wanted to be like a coy thing where he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm doing this like I didn't know we're in school together," and that, but like they're delivering it so flat.
Like it's called a meet cute. Okay?
Yeah.
Get with the
it was so
program.
cute.
And they spent 40 minutes doing a meet cute, like just showing all their dates, like all of them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so he makes his $1 million sale, of course.
Oh, but they
Then-
go for Vietnamese as well.
Oh.
Like you can't pronounce Viet. Okay.
So, but then I love how she works like in a 1 hour photo, and that's where like her career is exploding
1 hour
at this
photo,
1 hour
modeling
photo.
shoot.
Modeling shoot, yeah. Also, she works for a place called Dream Models
Models,
that
yeah.
clearly is like a prostitution ring.
No,
like,
no,
right?
it's definitely,
like,
definitely like an escort thing.
Yeah.
At one point though, he says to her, because she talks about getting the modeling gig, and he goes, "I think you look great in that lingerie." Like this is before they started dating.
Yes, oh my god.
That's one of the first things he says
Yeah.
to her.
He also
Yeah.
didn't say it with any kind of like
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it
a deadpan
feeling.
I
Like
think you'd look great in that lingerie. Like it's you had a good story about Troll 2. Do you have any insight into why this is so?
No,
bad?
so basically this guy,
Yeah.
this James Wen guy was like, I want to make a love story. He wanted to make a movie. He was like so sure he needed to make a movie. He's like a super computer nerd type guy. He's made all of his money like in the IT industry basically. But he's like, obviously he wants to make a movie, and he's like really influenced by Alfred Hitchcock and the Birds. And so he gets a bunch of people to give him money to make this movie. And then, of course, he had no release. He basically tried to take it to Sundance, and Sundance obviously didn't want it. So he went out to the parking lot at Sundance and just brought like 1 million copies of his movie and just handed it out to people, and it became this cult phenomena because people were like, "This is literally the worst thing you'll ever see." So there you go.
I don't even understand.
Thus we have Birdemic.
And it's on Amazon Prime, so he wins. Like, this
yeah,
guy
seriously,
wins.
yeah.
This is the way to distribute movies, guys. There's like way too much talking about the weather in this movie.
Well, no, that's the whole point. So it's really supposed to be. He was also, as he was making the movie, An Inconvenient Truth came out, and he was also heavily influenced.
And they definitely like dropped the name of that movie. I'm like, why are we doing this?
They did.
Guys, why are we doing this?
I just watched The Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah. Oh, so I like when
he's an electric car.
I like when he's got the guy coming to sell him solar panels, and he's like, "Oh, they're so expensive." But one of the lines are, some of the lines in this movie are so great. "Where are you going to put it? Come, I'll show you." And they say it almost like that, almost like they're acting in a porn movie, like it's their first porn movie.
Also, that solar panel guy, almost unlistenable. You couldn't hear anything. He's like,
oh no, there was no sound editor. Whatever money they got did not go to sound editor.
Here's a fun fact that I learned from you, but I'm going to say it. There was so little crew that a lot of the people, when they're acting, had to hold the mic between their legs. So that's why the mic was so bad sometimes, because the mic was down here.
And that's why it sounded like they're dicks.
Yeah, it sounded like they were talking
Okay,
dicks.
also, they definitely, like, in the scenes, especially, like, in the restaurants, they definitely have their lines just on the table.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're talking like this, and then they're, like, looking, like...
Oh, wait, I'm at that scene. He says he has a high-tech sales career, whatever the fuck that means. And she goes, "It's fun and glamorous, but hard work."
He also says he's a 49ers fan and a part-time Eagles fan.
Yeah, part-time Eagles fan. Get it? We were like deep into the Birds, and he's like, "Wait, is that what that meant?" I'm like,
I was like, and then I went, "Fuck you."
But I wrote, she is the most shallow fucking girl I've ever seen. Clearly, she's just here to be a face in a rap.
This movie was made in the 80s.
She's like, he needs to be successful. No, this is made in like...
Oh, 2011, I want to say?
Yeah.
No. It's between 2008 and 2011. I think it's 2011.
Like, I feel like they found one of those old film, like Super 8 cameras to film this.
There's no way. Like, that's why I don't believe this is a real movie. To me, it still feels like some kind of farce, like just a fake movie.
Did you guys favorite moment between the couple though? What was your favorite
Hanging
moment?
Hanging out.
That fucking song. Oh god.
Hanging out with my family.
She knows all the songs.
Yeah, by the way, like, I feel like that song was written by maybe a 10-year-old, and then they just had like.
No, I feel like that guy was like legitimately. He's like, "Oh, I'll be in your movie for free, and I'll give you like an original song."
I just need my cover.
Yeah. And he has 2 songs on the soundtrack.
Wait, there's a soundtrack for this movie?
There is. Well, on the
See, my favorite was that they were talking.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about his Mustang as a plug-in hybrid that doesn't exist.
Yeah, supposedly has a plug-in hybrid Mustang. Like,
I have that.
No, incorrect. Like incorrect.
It's a plug-in hybrid Mustang.
Out of all the unbelievable things this movie, including the Birds, a plug-in Mustang.
So yeah, bikini sex.
I don't know.
The sex scene where they're like...
But there was like
multiple
just dry
humping.
bikini sex scenes. There's more than one.
Oh no, you're talking about when the main characters finally consummate it, and then they wake up like fully clothed. Like he's got his belt on. You're just like...
belt on.
Did he put everything back on?
And like she's a lingerie model, and she's wearing like the fucking JCPenney line, like the Lane Bryant bra and set. And I'm like, okay.
Also the CEO's name, the one you like so much, his name is Bill Starr.
Yeah, Bill Starr. Yeah, I like Bill Starr.
Yes, we all want our stock options, and then they play the same 30 seconds of like of cheering over and over and over again.
They just keep showing you like,
and then cut. Yeah! Like has like a hard cut, and then goes back.
I've never seen anything this bad. Like I haven't seen it in like a children's movie.
No,
like,
I think he
made
literally
by children,
he recorded that, or it was like one of those like laugh tracks you can buy, and then he was like, "Oh, I gotta use this."
That wasn't the problem though. The cuts of the actual camera, where he didn't like, it was like this hard cut.
Panning.
It wasn't even a pan. Yeah, it was like a stop. and like, here's another group. They're cheering. Here's another group. It's like, what? Who? Like, there's no way he could think this is a good movie.
There's a scene where she's like, I gotta show you my man or something, and it turns out to be her cat. And then he goes, you're a cat lover. That's it, and that's his line. Then we're done with that scene. I was like, why did we even need that scene?
Because she's being sneaky. She's like, oh, I hang out with Tigger or whatever, and he's like, who's Tigger?
No, Alex.
There you go.
Alex. Like a guy's name.
So I love when they go on the double date with their friends. And all it shows is, like, the end of the date where they're all like, oh, I'll see you later sometime. And then you're just like, there's zero chemistry between any of them. No. Like, as a group, they're just like, well, I'll see you later.
No.
Best friend gets some awesome quips.
Best friend, Rod and Rick. The chemistry between them was amazing. I have a couple lines. And
a day without sex is a day wasted.
Oh.
Best friend.
He also said, my friend is a real sex machine. That was it was an actual line he said.
They're gonna get back to you. Oh no, that was
I definitely feel like
our sensual work.
I definitely feel like Rod and Natalie were supposed to be like very they were very pure. They didn't have sex right away, whatever. Because she's like not on the first date. Like it's very much like they're really good people. Like they have good moral values.
I have a Rick tip for you, Matt. If you want to get into her pants, you better have a hot Ferrari.
But he had a plug-in Mustang in his pants, so I guess it works.
Hey, well, he already got the girl. He didn't need to get inside her pants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't know if he got inside of her pants because they were fully clothed in the sex scene.
He had nondescript bikini.
We can't guarantee they had sex. I'm just saying.
So I love how they do start showing the birds a little bit toward the end of their love story.
I was gonna say, how far are we in this? We haven't even talked about the fucking birds, okay? Which were the most ridiculous looking pieces I've never seen.
They look like fucking dragons. Like they didn't look like they're supposed to be eagles.
So some of the scenes you could tell that they filmed an eagle. They had a filmed eagle soaring because they had like the eagle, like the little tips flapping, like it was soaring through the air and like adjusting, but they just stilled it, and so it's just like still. And then it was like.
Like the worst part was the way they folded the bird's wings. Like that's any way a bird would ever fly. And like the side view of the birds with the huge legs hanging down, like it's gonna try to catch them, but just standing in midair was unnerving.
The birds show up 47 minutes into this fucking movie. I timed it because I was like, where the fuck are the birds? I thought I was watching the wrong movie at first.
I wrote twice before they came on, when do the birds do it?
Okay, so...
and the first scene with the birds in it, one of them explodes. Yeah. For no apparent reason.
A couple of them are dive bombing and then
he explodes.
It's like they're kamikazes. It's insane.
Well, they're also
is he
Inferno
dynamite?
It's like an Inferno.
He dived into a car window and exploded.
Mother Nature works in mysterious
ways. It would be more
ways.
believable if they were filled with sauerkraut. That's all I'm saying.
I would have loved that.
Can I just say their dancing also during the awesome music scene that I love so much is awesome. She's like the worst dancer ever. Do you see her dance? She was like.
Yeah.
They're like, we're doing the robot.
She was basically doing the Elaine, like from
it was
Seinfeld.
A bad robot.
No, also, they're like the only two people in this place just like dancing to this black guy's music.
Nobody's singing his heart out.
Nobody else knew that this was happening.
This guy wrote this song and he's like, this is the best thing I've ever written.
He was having a good time, though. He was having a good time, yeah.
We're watching the movie and I said during the sex scene, I'm 100% sure the director has never had sex. And he goes, or the actors.
Yeah, I said, no one has ever had sex.
No.
They're also rubbing their feet together.
Oh, Tarantino sex scene!
Yeah, they're rubbing their feet together during the sex scene.
Okay, guys, who doesn't have his little sensual foot rubbing during sex?
What is going on?
That I thought was the most realistic thing, like just feet going
together.
Also,
they went to a hotel to have sex.
Yeah.
They both have apartments.
Yeah, but one of them listened to
Well, they had like, they'd gone off to the
she went to visit her mom later.
They were on vacation at this resort town, so they were like, oh, we're here.
In Rome,
they're like, listen, we just had a romantic dinner. We're definitely feeling it. We need to
like you guys won't want to fucking hotel if you were.
He's got $1 million+. Like, weren't the stock options like $1 billion? It was like $1 billion or $10 billion
no,
or something.
The company was sold for $1 billion.
Yeah.
Says CEO Bill Sparks.
He can buy that mediocre hotel room.
A crisp $1 billion.
So my next words were now the shock and terror because the bird planes blowing shit up and dropping shit bombs.
Also, the mother. This is just a callback to the mom.
Yeah,
She's awesome.
He loved the mom.
She at one point just says she was a jeweler and nothing comes out of that. I was like, okay. Oh, she's gonna make a fucking ring or something. I used to be a jeweler.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. Like okay. Like I think the mom just wrote her own line. She's like, I Rachel will be flying.
She might actually be like one of their moms.
Yeah, seriously, she is. That's exactly what she's her actual mom.
Yeah. It's like, just do mom stuff.
Also, so the birds attack. We're at this part.
Yeah.
None of their fucking phones work. Nobody's phones work. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Well, my phone is dead, and also this line is dead. Like, are the birds taking out lines?
Okay, not only do the birds not work, or the phones not work, but the birds don't work. They don't work. They're like,
so what I love,
birds work.
What I love is they're in the hotel room, right? And he looks behind the curtains, and then the curtains are shut, and they're looking at the window like this.
Like, are they
but the
waiting
curtains
for
are
just
literally shut.
specifically Rod? Like, are they trying to kill specifically
Like
Rod?
what?
That's I don't get that. And as you had mentioned, it's because they're looking for things with technology. I'm like, they're in a goddamn shitty hotel room.
Yeah, no, they're just going.
Why would the birds bother them?
His phone is dead, so like he doesn't even have technology on him at this point.
Nothing. Like, leave him
Yeah,
alone.
how are the telephone lines inexplicably down?
So you think like you establish these best friends, they're gonna come back and they're gonna have this big badass squad. No, we get two fucking randos.
Rather see Ramsey though than Rick.
Yeah, Ramsey was way better though.
The man.
Ramsey was like,
Rick
hey, guess what?
Ramsey was a dick.
First of
Ramsey
all,
was a dude. Okay.
Ramsey and his girlfriend Jennifer. We're gonna go with Jennifer.
Did Ramsey even kill anything?
Ramsey
was not the man.
Ramsey was part army, I think. He
was
had camouflage pants on, and he had like
a striped polo.
Sort of straight polo.
He's not holding a gun correctly and just firing into the air.
Oh, no.
And not hitting anything.
Also, his van was full of guns.
Yeah, for no reason.
Just huge guns. Like automatic weapons.
He was in the militia.
Yeah.
With unlimited bullets.
Like I actually would have respected this movie more if they would have made pew noises.
So
I wrote
although I did love the computer animated blasts that would come out of the tips of the guns. That was pretty amazing.
I feel like the software engineer guy that created this movie thought he's like, this is gonna be the one good thing.
I wrote Ramsey as the hero of the movie. That's what I wrote. And I stick by it.
He probably is.
Oh, also, Rod, not only his phone doesn't work and the phone in the room doesn't work, he lost his car keys at some point. I mean, he like that's how they get with
he deserves it though.
Yeah.
With Ramsey in the first place, he's like, oh, I lost my car keys. Oh, you can come with us. Just get in the back with our 47 guns.
Seriously. So then they pick up those two kids, right? They pick up the little girl whose family is like fucking murdered.
Murdered.
Also, my second question though is, why
was
that other kid in the trunk of that old man's car? Like, they pull a kid out of a trunk.
There was a lot of, like,
what the fuck was a kid doing in the trunk?
There was a lot of alluded to child rape in this.
Yeah.
Like, you have the guy in the woods who was definitely a molester. Like, 100%. And, like, I was, if this was a better movie, he would have did at least one kid. Because I was like, this guy, I was, like, worried that he was going to touch a kid. Oh. Especially when they have the kids with him, like, he's going to touch those kids. Oh, and they just like, no, you go that way and you'll be fine. And I was like, okay. I guess that's better. Like,
I want to talk about the evolution of these birds.
Yeah.
While we can. Because the birds start off as some kind of blowing up machine that's aggressively attacking. But then we find out they're contagious and they can, like, vomit on people or something?
Yeah, no, they're, like, vomiting crap onto people and they're like, oh!
Or is that when they explode? I don't know, but either way, what the fuck? And so then, like...
And supposedly they have a disease, because remember they meet that one guy by the bridge and he's like, don't come near these birds!
Yeah, bird flu.
That guy acted his fucking ass off, though. Like, he did not know what movie he was in. And he was like, I'm gonna do this! The birds are killing people!
He was Nick Nolte.
It's like, wow, man. Academy Award. And then I realized, no, this is just a shitty movie, and he's sort of the best actor in the movie. Yeah, and like he's just standing in the middle of a bridge where he's not covered from birds and telling them to get away.
He also is stating a scientific fact, not backing any of it up. He just is a scientist.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah.
So then I love how the kids are like in the car. It's like the worst car trip ever. They're like, we're hungry.
Oh, I wrote that down in here somewhere too. I was like, what the fuck is going on with these kids worrying about shit?
Families were just
I want a
by
Happy
birds.
Meal, they're saying. When they made him.
Oh yeah, they made. Oh, that's.
Beach
I
food.
love that. They're like, we're gonna make beach
some
food.
Seaweed.
Yeah. There's a stove in the back of this van.
But also, like, is the food all gone now?
Yeah.
Well, there's still food. It's not that far into the apocalypse
There's also
yet.
buildings still that you can go into, and birds can't get into that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wait.
Foods and
back to the scientist guy. I forgot. He had some really good lines. He said, back to the days when birds attacked cavemen. Yeah. I was like, is he talking about dinosaurs? Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then he said, more than once, he said he was an ornithologist.
Yeah, a birdologist.
He's like, that's how I know.
An ornithologist.
Yeah. Someone's like, well,
what's that one
name
bitch dies because she needs to go take a poop.
Oh, Becky.
Yeah, Becky.
got killed.
Well, her name is Becky too, so that makes sense. Poor Becky.
Okay. Also, they're shooting at this bus. Right where the bird puke thing happens.
Yeah.
They're shooting at this bus with people standing in the windows.
Oh yeah.
They're
They're just shooting. Yeah, they're just shooting at it.
They're
directing over.
They're just standing there.
Oh no! They fired directly at. She fires directly at Becky as well when there's a bird in front.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang! You just killed Becky.
Yeah.
You literally murdered Becky with a gun shot to the face.
Oh, also, can we talk about the murdered people and their makeup? Because it's literally like they'd have like a like something right here, and their eyes would be pecked out.
Well,
like,
also Rod had a couple. Cause you
they both did. Rod and Ramsey had like matching ones.
They really liked his.
But then when Becky's going to the bathroom, that bird just comes down and she's like, ah, like she's dead. That's it.
Well,
got her right in the throat.
Back of the bird.
And, like, caught
the back
her
of the bird like this.
One-hit bird kill.
Also, it was like a baby eagle. Oh, I wrote next, this is the movie that Alfred Hitchcock, Quentin Tarantino, and Al Gore all wanted to make together. I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking.
Okay,
it's pretty
also
terrible.
the guy stealing gas. How about that guy? So the guy comes, tries to steal gas from them. They end up overpowering him. Then they just leave the gun, the extra gun.
No.
This guy, oh, the birds killed. The birds end up killing him.
Yeah,
and
the
then
birds kill the guy.
the guy had a gun. They
They
leave his gun and they leave the gas that he
the
stole.
gas tank that's sitting right there that he was taking from them. They had been smart enough at some point to fill up. They leave it there because the birds killed him. Obviously.
Well, maybe they threw up into the gas.
Babe, I just realized what that was. It was a symbol of getting rid of gas and going to
Can we talk about?
There's nothing that was a symbol.
Can we just talk about how this movie? And I'm gonna put it in quotes because I don't think it's that how it was, but how it ends. Like.
Wait, can we talk about the poor man's Woody Harrelson though again real quick?
No.
Tom Hill, his name is.
Tom Hill. He had such a nice wig. Like, I can't believe you found that wig in the woods.
I don't know why they made him wear a wig.
Yeah.
It just made him look gross. And like he could definitely be like a gross looking guy without the wig.
I wrote definitely murdered someone in the
I put creeper and I put definitely a kid toucher.
But he was just like, I love the trees. I can't leave the trees.
Yeah. And I was like, he's gonna diddle those kids, and that didn't happen.
He might diddle the birds.
And I think I was disappointed, and it was kind of weird. Like it was like,
oh, how they meet him is hilarious too. He's like, I think there's a stream up here, and like, fucking 1,000 feet into the woods, he knows where that stream is.
And then they're like, oh, can we go in your treehouse? And then I'm going, no, don't do this. Like, please.
And put these chains on your arms so you don't fall out, little children.
Okay, so let's talk about the end. I actually didn't get that far because I stopped. I finally gave up at some point. So they get to the beach, and they're like, oh, we can make fish on the beach.
Oh, he can fish, because there's a fishing pole in the car.
Right, and here's the best part, though. There's a fishing pole, and there's a stove.
And a
So they walk all the way out to the beach, like way out there. Oh, and she's like, we're going to collect some seaweed, because that's what white people do. They go collect seaweed to make soup or whatever they're going to make. Yeah,
that is obviously edible as well.
Yeah, so then he catches...
She's a model.
He catches like 8 fish, like all these fish, right? Then he's like, I'm going to go back to the van to get the stove, because obviously they weren't bright enough to bring the stove out with them. Like, why would that even make sense?
That tracks.
But they're being like super hippies. They're like, we're eating on the beach. And that's when the kids are like, we want a Happy Meal. Yeah. There's no Happy Meals here.
That's when you're like, Cletus, come get these kids.
So basically, but what happens is,
Tom Hill.
It's like when a dolphin, it's like when the dolphin saves Batman from the exploding shark. Doves come. That's what they were supposed to be. Doves come and they scare away all the killer eagles, and then they all live in peace and harmony.
Doves are very scary to eagles, if you didn't know.
Because doves were like, wait, these people have learned the error of their ways. They're not driving gas cars anymore or using technology.
And then those fucking birds fly away for like 10 minutes.
They fly to fucking
for like
sea.
10 minutes. They're in the same place.
Like they're just flying to their deaths right now. There's nothing out there.
For 10 minutes. Like,
literally. And they don't get smaller on the horizon. Like, the guy doing the special effects didn't care enough to, like,
I'm done.
No, that's the best part. The eagles are up here, all flying in formation, and then the doves are over here, like...
Not going any farther away, or closer. They're not going any closer farther.
Also, they were standing on the beach watching this for, like, 10 fucking minutes. They're like...
Okay. I'm pretty much done with this movie. So was this movie worse than our last movie though?
Much worse. 100% worse.
What was our last movie? Oh, The Meg.
The Meg.
Yeah, the Meg. I love the Meg. Actually,
I mean, this is quite possibly the worst movie ever made. I mean, it's really but it's no.
Troll
That's
2 is
so
still
that's the real
worse, but this
question.
is pretty close.
No, that's the real question. The real question is
Still Yoga
it
Hosers
worse
is
than
great.
Yoga Hosers?
Yoga Hosers is great. I'm gonna try.
No, Yoga Hosers was terrible because it was Kevin Smith.
Bratzies.
Fuck that movie.
Like it was Kevin Smith.
Bratzies.
After he'd made much
man.
better films.
That was a garbage.
Okay, since you're saying much better films, you probably need to go watch some of those Kevin Smith films again.
Mallrats is a much better film.
Not saying much though, but like I'm saying like Chasing Amy, not great.
I'm alright chasing Amy. It's much better than Yoga Hosers.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Watch it again, you'll see.
Obviously, he just likes blonde teenage girls.
Who doesn't like blonde teenage girls? Oh, man.
Hey
That
guys,
Cletus, Tom Hill does. He definitely says blonde teenage girls. Come on, my tree
Alright,
house.
so-
my tree house.
We just watched Birdemic.
burn
Burn
that, burn that shit.
Burn it.
Burn it. I think it's
Burn it with
pretty
fire.
universal. I like that. That's all I can say about this movie.
If you like this
It was
rambling
great, though.
review, guys,
I
like
thought it
and
was.
subscribe.
I thought it was definitely a great movie for this podcast.
At least we don't sit and watch the movies because it could be way longer. This movie was like fucking 2 hours
Well,
long.
we could MSC3K the shit out of this because like that's what I was.
Seriously.
I was doing it and, like I didn't even write down half the shit I was saying because I was just like, what? Wait, what? Like half the time. There's a lot of that. Like what?
We're gonna evolve.
Stay classic.
Is that like it's the next movie is gonna it's evolved.
The movie's called Evolve.
It's Dragon Ball Z Evolve.